Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in today's lesson we will try to understand what is Doctype and how we can create a Doctype via Frappe UI. Also we will try to understand whenever you are creating a Doctype what it does in the backend also. Okay, so let's start with creating one app. I will give the app name as new app. The app name will be, you can choose anything, but like let's give it a project as app name, project as title. This is project for new Frappe developer Praveen. Again I will just give my dummy email ID with the MIT license and will create a workflow. Now it is asking me for the branch name. Okay, now our app is created and now we will install it in the website which we had created in the previous tutorial. We'll go inside website, we'll check the website name. Okay, so bench site name, install app project. Okay, then I'll migrate this site. Now we will check this about section. Now we have a application inside this site which is project. Okay, now we will try to create a Doctype. So you can find this Doctype list either by typing here as a something like Doctype, or you can just go to the build section and you will have a shortcut here where you can see like 263 Doctypes are there. When you click here, it will give you a list of the Doctype. So these list of the Doctype is actually coming from the Frappe application, and now we will create our own Doctype which will be inside our project app. So we'll give this a name, for example project. We'll create a task here. Okay, not task, okay, what should I write? Okay, we'll give a name as task only, and here in the module we will choose our project module. So this module is coming from the application which we had created just now. So whenever you create a application, it actually creates a module for that particular application, and the module name and the application name will be the same. Okay, and right now we will not cover these things. We will just create a simple Doctype, and then we'll click on here, create and continue. So it will create like take you to a section where you can build a form. So whenever we talk about a Doctype, what it does basically, let me tell you that also. So whenever you are creating a Doctype, for example task is the Doctype, what it will give you a form, okay, where you can build a form, a simple form like task name you can add, okay, then task ID, it can be auto generated, and then after task ID, like status can be there, and then after status we can also have some description or notes, okay. Also we can also assign these particular tasks to any any person in the team. So we will not do that, we'll stick to these four field today, and later on as we are learning Frappe we will increase the functionality. So as soon as you create a doc type, what it does, it actually in the backend it will create a table task. So if you remember, in this framework we have a database which is MariaDB, and when you install a site or create a site, it will create a database also. So whenever you create a doc type, it creates a table, and whenever you create a field, it will create a column, okay. So just think that it has a table definition with the task name, okay, and then task ID, and then after task ID we will have status and we will have description. So in the task name, in the task ID and status and description, there can be different type of data types. So we will cover the data type also. So Frappe actually makes the developer life lot of easier, you can say. So here you don't need to worry about table definition. You don't need to worry about creation of form using HTML, CSS, and you don't need to worry about the controller and um, and like you don't need to create a migration file for creating these database when you are actually writing the definition of these DB tables, okay. So you just straight away you can create these forms just by creating a doc type, and all of the backend things will be handled by Frappe application, okay. So here we will add some fields. For example, uh, first we will add a task, what we can say, task name, right, or task title. So title will be there, but here you have to search the data type. For example, I will use data for title, okay. So this will be task title, and then I will add one more field as task status. It will be drop down, right? So we'll select, we'll use select status, and when you have a field which has a type of select, you can actually give some options. For example, completed, okay, new, uh, in progress, okay, not, or you can say to do, right, pending, something like that. And we can also give some default option but this default should be among these. So you can't enter something else, but you have to enter something something you have given inside these options. So I will here, like, by default field will be new. So whenever you are creating a task, it will create a task with default option as new. Okay, then we'll add some description. For the description we need some long text, so we'll take this long text, the description field, and then after description we can so task ID is there, so it will be automatically created, don't worry about it. So now we have three fields. Now what we will do, we'll save it. So as soon as you save it, what will happen, it will create a table inside a MariaDB. What we will do, we'll log in and check this particular table. So to log in into the MariaDB, either you can use root user, or you can simply type bench hyphen site, then give the site name frappe online, then MariaDB. What it will do, it will straight away log in as the website user which it had created when you were creating a site for the first time. So we will actually log in as that user only. So we are inside that particular database which is related to this particular site. Okay. Okay. The terminal is not visible properly. Now it's visible. Okay, so here we can see we are inside a database, and what we will do, we will check the table. So we'll check the table definition by running this command desc, then table name. So whenever you are creating a doctype, so it will have a prefix tab. So tab and then the doctype name, which will be in our case, which is task. Okay, now you can see here, like, we had created three fields only, which is task title, status, and description. Now in the database you will see more, like more than that. So here you can see our status field and description field, task title field. Okay, rest of these is actually by default. So it gives name as a primary key. So you might have read about RDBMS and how we maintain the relational database management. So you need to have a primary key to identify each and every record uniquely. Similarly, it will also have some other field like modified by, and we will cover these things also in the later videos. And you can also see some comments are there assigned by something like that. So now right now we will focus on these three only. So what we will do, we will just check the content of these fields. So we'll run the query select task underscore title comma status comma description. Okay, from, then table name will be tab, the by default prefix for the doctype tables, and then doctype name. I think select this from table task. What I am missing? Select. Okay. Now it is saying that this table is empty. So what we will do now, we will try to add some data to this. So you can click on this go to task list, So as soon as you create a doc type, what it will do, it will actually give you UI also, like pre-built form, everything it will build. You don't need to worry about creation of form and then linking it to the database, etc. So rest of the things it will be by default created. So here we will create our first task. For example, this is the task is to make a tutorial. Okay, so to tutorial video 1, and this is something, the task. Now by default it is actually giving you as new, but we can change it later on. Here I will give some description: create a video related to GitHub with Frappe. Okay, now I have related spelling is wrong. Okay, so now I have added some data and we'll try to save this. As soon as we save it, one entry will be made into the table. Now we can go back to the database table and we can just query it again and check it. Now you can see this task title is there and status is there and new description is there. So this is actually saving all the data inside a table. So right now we are just checking these 3 fields, but we can check more, and we can verify the other field also. So we'll check all the field from tab task. Okay, wait, blue but says G. So now you can see here this name was a primary key, so it has generated one string, unique string. Then it has creation timestamp, then modified timestamp, then also modified by. Right now I am actually logged in by administrator account, so that's why it is saying modified by. Then owner, like I am creating this particular document using administrator account, that's why it is giving administrator as owner. Then we have a doc status. We will cover this in the later part of the video. And we have IDX, which will be used to create ID, but we'll check this out also. Then there is a user tag, then there is a comment, then there is assigned, liked by, task title, status, everything is there. Okay, so now we will go back here. Now here you can see there is one more field, comment. If I do some comment like this is my first comment. Okay, now we'll again check this. You can see in the comment of this particular entry we have some comment. Okay, this is my first comment. Similarly, if I like this particular document, what will happen if I check this table again? It should have liked by. Okay, now you can see liked by administrator. Okay, so similarly we have some other field also here. You can assign this particular document to any of your team member. For example, I'm trying to assign it to the other user, which is hello@something.com, and then I will just add it. Okay, now here if you query it again, you can see in the assigned field we have some data. Okay, especially like this is containing the username only. Okay, so these are the by default field which will come with the Frappe doc type, and rest of the field you can actually add on your own. You don't need to worry about these default. We can use these things later in the application development. So here now we have a task type. Right now if I go to the task list, it is displaying something like this. So but for example, if I have like more than one task and it will keep generating these random numbers, how I will know that my task is there or not, like which task I should open or not. So what we will do, we'll modify this doc type. Okay, so here in the task doc type, if we go to the naming tab, we have naming rule. So here we can set these naming rule. Right now we have not set anything, so it is picking some random string. Okay, so what I will do, I will give this as auto increment. Okay, and for the title field we will cover it later on. Just check this only. So it is saying you can change this if there is no data. Okay, so what we will do, we'll delete this particular entry, and then we'll try to save it. Okay, now we have set the naming rule as auto increment, and also I want this title and the status should be displayed in the list. So for this task title, there is one setting in the in list view and in list filter. So what we will do, we'll first add this in list view. For the status also we will add in list view and save the document, and then we will go to the task list tab. Okay, here we will again create some task like task 1, and this is description of the task, the task 1, and save it. And right now you can see like now it has given 1 because we have set this auto increment. So if I go to the task list, the ID is this, the task title is this, and task status is this. Okay, for example, if I try to open it, it will open like this. But what if I want to use this task title only as like the title of the document? So what I will do here, I will again go back and try to edit this. So in the naming tab, we can give the title field here. So it will be task title, and try to save it. Now I have saved the document, and let's go back. Now you can see, now it is saying task title here, and this is actually acting as a link now, and ID is shifted here. Okay, so we don't need to show the ID to the user, we will just show the task title and the status to the user, and straight away they can click and check. They can also update this document. Okay, save this. Okay, so in this tutorial we have covered the Doctype and its functionality. There are more settings to the Doctype. Another one is permission, settings, fields, action, link, state, then connections. So all these will cover gradually, and we'll try to learn each and everything related to a Doctype. This tutorial is only for the people who has just started learning about Frappe framework. Okay. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and like our video. Bye bye. Take care. Happy learning.